can you talk to me about all the newcomers, all the new faces on campus? What's been your role to help them all feel better on campus?
Last year we lost 6, 7 guys last year and brought in 5 new ones, so it's different faces and you almost think that it's going to be different, but it kind of just picked up where you left off. Like everyone's still real close and everyone enjoys each other's company. Coach Cal really teaches being brothers, so them being their first year, they kind of having expectations of their own but don't really know what to expect. You almost got to experience everything first to understand it.
What's the summer been like for you?
Summer was fun. I spent most of my time back home in Jersey, but I was here for a few weeks, and I was here for 2-3 weeks in July, just getting accustomed to the new guys and the new lodge and working camps and stuff like that, workouts.
So what player that you've seen so far in the workouts and the scrimmages, what player is going to surprise fans?
You know, it's hard to say before practice and stuff like that, but we have a lot of guys. I feel like a lot of guys worked hard in the off season, and a lot of guys are trying to scratch the surface. And like I said, the only one that really played last year was Kyle. That's back, and Ryan was a transfer. He sat out, and now we have all new guys. So a lot of people are going to have to fight for their jobs, and a lot of people are going to have to make their impact through workouts and practice.
What do you see your role for the team this year?
I'm just trying to do everything I can, like last year, to help the team out as far as practice and lifts and workouts and academics. Just be on time and be ready to go for everything.
Describe for me like what it felt like to be a part of a national team. You walk on UK and you win a national championship. What was that whole experience like?
Yeah, that it's almost hard to explain again. Such a long run, and being a part of it every day and seeing it and understanding it every day, just to be able to be a part of that and accomplish what we accomplished at the end of the day is unbelievable. It's almost like a surreal feeling to be in New Orleans and win the national championship.
What was the worst day last season?
Losing to Indiana probably was definitely the worst part of last season. That was a stretch where Coach Cal was not happy and we got to work. But in the long run, it turned out all right.
Was there any day where you wondered if it was all worth it?
No, not per se, but there's a few days where you're dying and it's real tough, and you kind of just got to fight through it. You do everything you got to fight through it, which you kind of got to push yourself like you'd never pushed yourself before certain days.
Talk about the Indiana loss for me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to me, just judging by what I saw, that Marcus might have taken that loss about as bad as anybody. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, because, you know, Marcus is from Indianapolis, so he had a lot of family there, and that game meant a lot to him. And he struggled in the first half. He had a great second half that game, but he struggled in the first half. And everyone kind of everyone was kind of upset about that loss because we felt like we didn't play that good, and we still should have won at the end. Everything kind of went wrong. We were supposed to foul, we didn't foul, and we missed a free throw, and the kid hit an unbelievable shot. So pretty much everything that had to go wrong in that game went wrong, so it was just a tough loss.
Does that loss, and maybe even the conference championship loss, kind of like help focus the team as they went through the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
Because you know that if all these things go wrong collectively, it could happen.
Yeah. I think it did because, like you said, it's kind of like almost like a wake-up call. Like, we are mortal and we can get beat, and that in the tournament everyone's good. There's no layups. Like, everyone's coming to play, and everyone is as hungry as you are to get that title. So losing to Vanderbilt definitely woke us up a little bit, and we realized that we can't lose again. This is it. We got 6 games to go.
What's been your favorite moment so far as a Wildcat?
What's that, as a Wildcat?
Your favorite moment as a Wildcat?
Definitely winning a national championship. Being in New Orleans when we won that, my mom and dad were there, so, and being with all the other teammates and their families, and Coach Cal and his family, was just a great experience. The whole Final Four was unbelievable.
Obviously, you work out and you play against the guards. Last year, you played against Marcus and Duran, both in the NBA now.
Mm-hmm.
This year, you know, Ryan and Alex and all those guys. Archie, how do you compare this year's guards versus last year's? What are some of the strengths and weaknesses? How do they kind of...
I mean, they're a lot different. Like, Marcus was so strong and athletic and physical, and Ryan's a different player than him, but they're both unique in their own way. And same thing goes for Duran. Was an unbelievable shooter and really knew how to play, and Archie's so athletic. They all have different qualities, but they all excel in their own way. So, I mean, even though it's different playing against each one of them, you see how good they really are going up against them.
What do you think you contribute on a daily basis in practice to help these guys get better?
I just try and do everything I can to make sure I could help them as far as practice, as far as academics, anything. I just try and help out as much as possible. And the numbers, sometimes numbers are down where I have to practice the whole time and stuff like that, and it's tough, but you just got to do what you can to help out. Do what Coach Cal asks.
Obviously, UK basketball player, fans know who you are. What's been like the neatest or weirdest fan experience you've had so far?
Being recognized around campus is pretty cool. As far as fans just signing autographs and stuff like that, I haven't had any weird things happen to me so far.